Hey guys, what's up? This is Blender3danimator, and this is my next tutorial. I had a tutorial request for my jelly cubes with a lot of reflection and high specularity, a Blender 3D animation. Let me just play this here so you guys know what I'm working with. I'm going to make a tutorial for something that's similar to this. Okay. I had a request from NW Austria. So, this is for you and anybody else who wants to watch it. So, once again, just a little quick animation I did. If you have reflections and stuff like I do, it will take a zillion, bajillion years to render. But anyway, it was kind of worth it. So let's open up Blender, if you haven't already, and delete your default cube. Space add mesh plane, and you can rotate it a bit. Go into your camera and size it up to about so that the edges are on this. It's not going to go evenly because it's not set perfectly, but you kind of get the point. So, go in the top view or whatever you want. Anyway, go into edit mode. Now after you're in edit mode, go to edge select mode. And, oh actually, before you even do that, make sure you have everything selected and subdivide it about 2 times. So then you'll have, that for later. So now what I want you to do right away is select all your outer vertices. Whoops. And extrude them all on the Z-axis. And I guess that's about good. Alright. You can always adjust that. Alright. So now you're probably wondering, well, what the heck? That's gay. Yeah. It might look it from right now. But what we want to do to get our jelly cube video idea is select the random plane. Any random plane. You can include your background geometry. Select the plane, E, and extrude it up. I usually do these first ones nice and small. Maybe a taller one somewhere. Like that. You know, you get the point. So anyway, if you have a couple of those extruded, you can either select these and 3 others faces and subdivide them. Yeah, subdivide them by why am I talking with an accent? Once, and select a couple faces. Let's go here, here. Good enough. And one here. And extrude region, because you all want them to go up. And give these guys a bit higher, like that. And now, you keep those faces, and you subdivide those. And select a couple of these. Extrude those. And now you can go down to your leftover square, subdivide them like twice. Extrude a couple tall towers, so if you, go out of edit mode, every tower's going around. It's not exactly how I did mine, obviously it was a bit different, but you kind of get the point. That's how you would do it. That's to give it more of like a landscape, kind of bouncy effect. Anyway, now for the jelly cubes. You go to your front view or side view, space, add, mesh, cube, grab it up on the Z-axis. So now what you want to do is you go into edit mode and subdivide it 2 times. That's all you need. Nothing fancy. And go to out of edit mode. Go over here to your object tab. I think physics tab. Those things don't pop up, so I can never remember. Select cloth and select rubber. Alt A should do your animation. And as you can see, it falls through. So you have to set a collision. Select your plane, collision, and collision. We've gone over that. So now you can do it again, and it's still failing at working. I gotta free the cache, I'm sorry. And I don't have the greatest view, so let's get out of that. Alright, now we can watch. Bouncing around. I'll let it go to about 100 frames. 90, good enough. So just watch it again real quick. Bounces around, nothing special. So to make that look smooth, set smooth. And now you're probably wondering, well heck, that doesn't look any better, it just looks worse. Exactly. Add modifier, subsurf. You can subsurf it once or twice. Twice will give it definitely a nicer looking effect. Now it looks more like a jelly cube. So yeah, subsurf definitely helps with smoothing stuff out. Well, I'm not going to add a second one because we need to get on with this tutorial. So what I want you to do is select your plane down here, press the N key, and transform properties box will pop up. Make sure you're on frame 1 down here. Make sure you're in frame 1. Have your plane selected and press the I key, and press rotation. What you did is you added an IPO curve for your rotation. So if you hit control and go left once, your rotation on the Z-axis is right there. Regular default. So that was control left arrow, so you can control right arrow to go back to your modeling. Now go all the way up to frame 250, or whatever frame that you want your animation to stop, and rotate it on your Z-axis. Let's see, 360 degrees is a full turn, so let's do like 1,000 degrees or something, or 900 or something. Yeah, let's go with 900. Or 1260. Sure. Lots of spinning. And insert rotation. So now if you go all the way back to frame 1, and you press, select your cube here, free the cache, and now you can bake it. Now you can see that your plane is spinning, and as it's spinning, force will be applied to the cube to go left and right and any other directions that you have it spin. Now you can do, crazier stuff with this. Like you can also insert locations for your plane, so that, say at about right here at about frame 98, it'll just start going upward and launch the cube out of itself, and then the cube will land back in. Whoops. But if you can see right now, it's being squished up against the wall. That's because of the force being applied from the spinning. Now I'm not sure, wall's a bit low, it'll probably bounce out. And you can see there's so much force that it completely flies away. So if you watch that animation, Alt A, you can definitely see looks a little better. And the force being applied is too much, flies away. Now you can fix that by selecting your plane and increasing the height of your walls, which isn't really necessary, but you can. Kind of looks neat as it flies out. I'm gonna grab that, and you can advance a couple frames, like 135. Or actually, go back to your first frame, insert location, go up a couple frames, I don't know, frame 102, grab this on the Z-axis, and then insert location, and then for frame 250, in your transform properties box, set your location Z to 0, and then insert your location, so it's at the default location, but with a modified rotation. Go back to frame 1, select your cube again, you can free bake, and rebake, it sounds funny, but now you'll actually have force being applied so that this launches up and the cube might pop out and then land back in as it's spinning. Also, you have your walls higher, keep it from falling out. This tutorial is getting long and I have to cancel it, sorry folks. I'll continue with